Do you ever wonder what sets emotionally intelligent people apart from the rest? It's not just their ability to control their emotions, but the unique way they navigate life's challenges, build stronger relationships, and achieve success. In this video, we'll explore the 10 things emotionally intelligent people do differently, drawing inspiration from the teachings of the legendary Miyamoto Musashi. Lesson 1. Self-awareness. Emotional intelligence starts with knowing yourself. People who are emotionally aware know a lot about their feelings and how those feelings affect their choices, actions, and thoughts. They are aware of when they are feeling stressed, nervous, or irritated and reply in a thoughtful, not spontaneous way because they are in touch with their inner world. Miyamoto Musashi taught that people should learn about themselves first before they try to master anything else. He thought that real strength came from inside, and that getting to know yourself well was necessary for success. The lessons of Musashi tell us to think about how we feel and how we deal with problems in life. He talked a lot about how important it was to look at yourself with the same focus and perspective as you would an opponent. People who are emotionally aware move in the same way. They are always aware of how they feel and what they are thinking. Being aware of this gives them time to think and act before responding, which lets them make better choices. For instance, when they feel angry, they don't act out. Instead, they recognize the feeling, figure out where it's coming from, and respond in a calm way. To be emotionally self-aware means to understand how you feel. Being more self-aware not only makes us smarter emotionally, but it also gives us more power over our actions and thoughts. We stop reacting as much and start making plans. Musashi's idea of knowing oneself pushes us to look deeper into our feelings and try to figure out what makes us respond the way we do. By doing this, we gain inner peace and control that lets us handle the difficulties of life with ease. Lesson 2. Self-regulation. Self-regulation means being able to handle and direct your feelings, especially when things are hard or upsetting. People who are emotionally clever are great at this because they know that feelings can easily cloud judgment and make people do things they will later regret. They don't act on impulse. Instead, they take a step back, look at what's going on, and then act in a cool, collected way. The idea of self-regulation is at the heart of Musashi's lessons. He thought that even when things were going badly, a fighter should stay cool. To make clear, logical choices, both in war and in everyday life, you need to train your mind in this way. Musashi called this having a still mind, which means not being moved by outside events or feelings, like a pond's calm surface. To put this idea into practice, emotionally intelligent people do things that help them control their feelings, like deep breathing, being aware, or even leaving an upsetting situation until they can calm down. They know that feelings are strong, but they don't let them rule them. Instead, they control their feelings and decide what to do instead of letting their feelings control what they do. Musashi's theory tells us that self-regulation is not about hiding our feelings, but about getting to know them and controlling them. People who are emotionally intelligent know that feelings are a normal part of being human, but they don't let them control how they act. We can learn to keep our emotions in check, no matter how stressful the situation is, and go through life with a clear head by following Musashi's lead. Lesson 3. Motivation. People who are emotionally clever are naturally driven to do things. They aren't moved by awards or praise from others. Instead, they find meaning and purpose in what they do. They are self-motivated, which helps them stay focused and strong, even when things go wrong. They know that real happiness comes from inside, not from other people's approval. Throughout his life, Miyamoto Musashi showed this kind of self-motivation. He was determined, and he worked hard to get better at what he did, not for fame or money, but for the love of the art itself. Musashi thought that people should strive for greatness because they genuinely want to grow and get better, not because other people praise them. This constant sense of purpose kept him going, even when things got hard. People who are emotionally intelligent stay focused in a world full of distractions by remembering their higher purpose. The goals they set are in line with their values and interests, and they stick to them even when things get tough. They don't depend on short-term benefits or approval from other people to keep going. Instead, they are driven by the desire to learn, grow, and get better. The lessons of Musashi stress how important it is to be dedicated and persistent. He knew that the only way to be successful is to work hard every day for a long time. People who are emotionally intelligent also understand this idea. Their inner drive keeps them going because they know that success and happiness come from the trip, not the goal. Lesson 4. Empathy. Empathy is being able to understand and share someone else's thoughts. It is an important part of emotional intelligence because it helps people connect with others more deeply. They can see things from other people's points of view, which helps them connect with others in deeper ways. Musashi was known as a fierce fighter, but he also knew how important it was to understand other people. He talked a lot about how important it is to understand not only our enemies, but also ourselves and the people around us. His theory tells us to pay close attention to other people, see things from their point of view, and treat them with kindness and respect. People who are emotionally intelligent show understanding in the things they do every day. They listen carefully to others and don't talk over them or judge them. They try to see things from other people's points of view, even if they don't agree with them. They can build trust and confidence by being able to sympathize, which is important for keeping personal and work relationships healthy. Musashi's lessons tell us that real power doesn't come from being able to control other people, but from being able to understand and connect with them. People who are emotionally intelligent know that empathy is not a weakness, but a strong way to connect with others in a more genuine way. One contact at a time. Practicing empathy can help make the world a better place for everyone. Lesson 5. Social skills. Another trait of emotional intelligence is the ability to get along with others. People who are emotionally clever are great at getting along with others and making friends. They understand how to talk to others, work together, and settle disagreements in a way that is good for everyone. Musashi was very good at planning, and not just for battle. He knew that being able to work with others and understand complicated social relations was a big part of being successful. His lessons on strategy can be used in social situations where it's important to understand other people's feelings and goals in order to build strong relationships that are good for both sides. People who are emotionally intelligent use their social skills to make groups of people who can help each other and work together. They are very good at figuring out what other people are trying to say and changing how they act to fit the setting. They know how to talk to people in a way that helps them understand and work together, whether they are leading a group, making a deal, or just chatting. Musashi's focus on being flexible and clever in social situations teaches us that fights and relationships both need skill, patience, and intelligence. People who are emotionally intelligent know this and use their social skills to connect with others in a useful way. These relationships are built on trust, respect, and understanding, which are the building blocks of any good friendship. Lesson 6. Adaptability. Being adaptable means being able to deal with new scenarios and problems. This comes easily to people who are emotionally clever because they are open to change and can adapt to new situations. They know that things can go wrong in life, so they're ready to change their plans and tactics when they do. Musashi's worldview is based on the idea that things can change and adapt. He talked a lot about how we should be like water, which runs around things and changes to fit its space. In war, where rigid thought often leads to loss, this ability to change his mind helped him win. People who are emotionally clever are also flexible in their daily lives. They don't freak out or fight when they face a new task. They instead take a step back, look at what's going on, and change how they're going about things. It doesn't bother them to change their minds or plans when they need to. They are open to new ideas and points of view. They can handle life's unknowns with ease and trust because they are flexible. Musashi taught us that being able to change is a sign of power, not failure. People with emotional intelligence know that being able to change is important for success and growth. They can get around problems and find new ways to grow and get better if they are open to change and keep their minds open. Lesson 7. Positive outlook. People who are emotionally intelligent always have a good attitude, even when things are bad. When bad things happen, they know they can't change those things, but they can change how they react. They can stay focused on answers instead of dwelling on problems because they have a positive outlook. Musashi's worldview tells us that even when bad things happen, we should keep our minds clear and upbeat. He thought that no matter what problems they faced, a fighter should always keep their mind on winning. To stay calm and focused, even when things look bad, you need to practice this mental discipline. People who are emotionally intelligent think in the same way. They keep their minds on the things they can change and are positive about the future, even when things don't go as planned. This upbeat attitude keeps them strong and determined, which helps them handle problems with ease and persistence. Musashi's lessons tell us that how we think is very important to our success. People who are emotionally intelligent know that keeping a good attitude helps them deal with problems in life more easily and with more strength. Being optimistic doesn't mean ignoring the real world. It means focusing on what is possible and staying determined to make it happen. Lesson 8. Conflict resolution. Life has problems, but mentally wise people deal with them in different ways. They don't try to avoid confrontation or let it get worse. Instead, they deal with it in a cool and reasonable way, trying to find a solution that works for everyone. They know that the best way to solve a disagreement is to find common ground and deal with the real problems, not to blame each other or win an argument. Musashi, who was very good at planning, knew how important it was to settle disagreements quickly and effectively. It was his belief that the point of war in life is not to destroy the enemy, but to find the best way to win. This usually means seeing things from the other person's point of view and coming up with an answer that works for everyone. People who are emotionally intelligent use this rule to solve problems. When they disagree with someone, they try to see things from their point of view and come up with an answer that works for everyone. Instead of letting their feelings drive the fight, they try to find a fair and logical answer. Musashi taught us that the way to be truly strong is to end fights, not make them last longer. People who are emotionally intelligent know that disagreements can be good for relationships and help people grow. They can handle even the toughest situations with ease and skill if they approach disagreements with understanding, kindness, and a focus on finding a solution. Lesson 9. Open communication. People who are emotionally intelligent can communicate well. They know how to politely and clearly say what they think and feel, and they encourage others to do the same. They know that getting to know each other and being honest is important for making relationships that last. Musashi stressed how important it was to be clear when talking to others. He thought that being clear and straight was important for getting things done, whether in war or in talk. People who are emotionally wise follow this rule by being honest and open with others. They don't avoid tough talks. Instead, they do so with respect and the goal of finding common ground. Listening actively is also a part of open conversation. People who are emotionally intelligent don't just want to make their point. They also take the time to listen and understand other people's points of view. This helps both people accept and understand each other, which is important for making relationships strong and healthy. Musashi taught us that talking to people is a strong way to get what we want, in war or in everyday life. People who are emotionally intelligent know how to use this tool well. They talk freely and listen carefully to build trust and understanding with the people around them. Lesson 10. Decision making. People who are emotionally intelligent are great at making choices. They are able to think about the pros and cons, how their choices will affect them and others, and make well thought out choices. Because they are emotionally intelligent, they make choices that are in line with their values and goals instead of letting their feelings get in the way of what's best for them. Musashi was a great planner who was known for being able to make quick, smart choices during fight. His decision-making was based on a strong sense of purpose, careful observation, and a deep knowledge of what was going on. People who are emotionally aware make decisions in a similar way. Before making a choice, they take the time to get knowledge. Think about different points of view and weigh their choices. They don't let their feelings or quick reactions affect their decisions. Instead, they stay calm, focused, and careful as they make their choice. This helps them make choices that are not only smart, but also in line with their morals and long-term goals. Making choices is an important skill that Musashi taught us, and it's useful in both fighting and everyday life. This is something that emotionally clever people know and make decisions with clarity, purpose, and care. They are able to handle life's problems with ease and success because they know how to make decisions. Ultimately, emotionally intelligent people act in unique ways because they are self-aware, self-controlled, motivated, empathetic, socially skilled, flexible, optimistic, good at resolving conflicts, communicate openly, and make well-thought-out choices. When you put these traits together with Miyamoto Musashi's timeless lessons, you have a strong foundation for living a successful, satisfying, and emotionally intelligent life. We can all learn to live with more emotional intelligence by following these rules. This will help us control not only our own feelings, but also our interactions with other people.